we are.
There we are. It is to be hoped. Yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye and see if she makes it back, right?
Oh.
Uh-oh, silence that. It is to be hoped. Boom. I always forget to mute the tab. What are we saying? Hey, we need a title for a blockbuster movie that has never been made. Now, how do I pop this out? I pop this out like so. There we go. Sharing is paused. Bring your shared window to the front. Why is it paused? What am I doing wrong here?
I don't know.
Neither do I. There we are. I am screen sharing. 7:46:57, gang.
Oh my God, we better think of something funny soon.
Oh.
What's funny? Should we make a list of like everything that's funny, and then we can like would that help?
Pickles are funny.
That's true. Hold on, I'll go check.
Cheese is usually funny.
Socks are funny.
Usually, yes.
Is do we have Jen back?
I don't know.
I sent her an email.
I do not. Yeah, there she is.
Somebody.
Hey.
Yay! Welcome back, Jen.
Oh, and then she disappeared.
Well, she's here.
Okay.
She's here.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Where were you?
My computer started beach balling right before we went live.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I think it was
Sometime-
thinking about last week's movie.
Yeah.
The beach ball of doom.
Yes. Did anybody happen to see the Facebook promo for tonight's show?
With the Blockbuster card?
Yes.
Yeah.
I missed it. I missed
That
it.
was my genuine Blockbuster membership card
Wow.
that I have kept in a drawer all these years, knowing with certainty that one day there would be a need for it.
I think I still have one.
Here it
too.
is.
Here it is. This is that day.
I think I still have one too.
I'm impressed.
Not only did I have it, but I knew where it was. That's the key thing, right?
That's truly impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
What are we getting from the audience? Sort of
I
suggestions.
asked our audience to give us the title of a blockbuster movie that has not yet been shot or made, if you will. I would love to, sharing is paused again. How come when I go to another screen, that's kind of crazy. There we go. I'm glad you're with us, Roger.
Hey, hi, Roger.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, Roger.
Raj.
We all love Roger.
Absolutely.
Woot.
And we got a hi right back from Roger.
Aw.
Roger, what's the weather like where you are right now?
There's a long lag tonight.
Ooh. A lot of weather.
Yeah.
The weather is everywhere.
Thunderstorms just stopped, says Roger.
That's the thing about weather. It's always around us. Always waiting.
Yeah.
Always
Oh,
waiting.
weather.
That's like, your hair never stops growing. I mean, that's a thing that can keep you up at night.
When
Oh, you mean
the
after
nights
you
never
die?
stop. Yeah.
Well, no, I think it does. That's a myth. That's a myth.
It just grows for a while after you die, not forever after you die.
Right.
I mean, has anyone checked recently? Maybe it's changed. Maybe it does grow forever now.
Oh.
Like
You really never know.
you open up and just a whole bunch of hair in a casket, and it's like
I have a big
digging,
cousin
it's
it
the
in a
whole-
box.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, we'll all find out soon enough, won't we?
Yes,
Mm.
we all will.
Actually, we won't. We won't know.
How do you know?
Well, that's true.
It's getting deep here.
Yeah.
You die for a little while, and then you come back to check how much hair has grown while you've been dead. That's the life cycle.
That's the afterlife. That's what it is.
Here's
Just
all
checking
about-
on your hair.
Makes
it's
me
like
feel
a-
different about Easter now.
If it's anything like a pandemic, your hair ends up way too long.
Right.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, we don't know about death, but we definitely know that during
Yeah.
the pandemic, your hair continues.
Your hair
to grow.
keeps growing and growing. My daughter was braiding mine the other day.
Yeah.
I looked like a Viking. I had all these like braids on.
Ah.
Awesome. Hey, we are at 7:53:22, which means that we're just over 6 minutes away from the big Saturday Night Mopco show. Welcome. If you're just joining us, we're going to improvise a blockbuster movie tonight. We have some excellent suggestions already, but we'll still keep the chat open for title suggestions for a blockbuster that's never yet been made. While we're waiting to begin the show, is a perfect time to remind you that mopco.org will let you know about wonderful classes that are coming up. You can also find those on our Eventbrite page. And if you haven't yet, you should like us on Facebook because we like to be liked.
Doesn't like to be liked.
There you go.
Isn't it a Cheap Trick song?
I'd like you to like me.
Yeah, exactly.
I would really like you to like
You
me.
like me.
Put that on the list of funny things. You're also welcome to contribute in the chat things that are funny. Things that are funny for 500, Alex.
Things that are funny.
This mole looks funny.
On
We're
the form of a
okay,
question.
right?
What about things that smell funny?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. This meatloaf smells funny, George. Funny haha versus funny strange.
Oh,
Why do they need to
well,
fight?
then never
Michael?
mind what I wrote in the chat.
You did too, didn't you?
I did.
Disco Balls from Mars. Hank Hivner. That's funny.
Is
Thank-
that something funny or is that a title for our movie?
I like it as both things. We have some great titles that have been
Me too.
suggested.
We have some great titles.
Yes. And Kat, I'm glad you're looking at them because I'm going to grant you the honor of picking the title tonight.
Oh,
Yes,
well, I'm gonna read them out and maybe the group can decide.
Ooh, see how you are? You're so collaborative.
I am. But there's still time for more.
Yes.
I see 3 right now, and we still have time for more. So keep them coming, folks.
I like our living room rug.
I was just responding to the question, what smells funny?
There's nothing funny about the way that rug smells.
No, there really isn't.
Thanks, Don. Now I have that song in my head, by the way.
You're welcome.
So bad.
Theme song.
How about Bye Bye Miss American Pie?
Oh, no.
Oh,
What's the song that's the earworm, Michael, that we keep getting in our heads from, what is it?
God.
Donnie Darko? What's the?
Oh.
I'm not gonna do that.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, that song. Oh,
Bad World.
Honey,
Da,
Darko.
da, 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 da.
Bad World.
yeah,
World,
that
yeah.
song is an earworm. Oof.
Mad World.
You know, the other night I saw the finale of the RNC with fireworks. They used Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah.
They did?
I couldn't believe it.
You're kidding me.
The estate, I think, has made a statement about it.
Well, everybody, I read a whole article about all the people complaining about the music they use.
Yeah, it's like
How,
it's like they said, "Oh, it's got Hallelujah in the title. It must be a good one."
how could you possibly choose that song?
Just like when Reagan used Bruce Springsteen's "Born in the USA."
Yeah, that's a protest song.
Yeah.
Among other things, I can't hear that song anymore without thinking about the Saturday Night Live
I knew you were
yeah.
going to say that. Yes.
right after the election where
With Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon did
Oh, yeah.
Hillary
Oh.
Clinton singing that song, which was one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen them do.
Yeah,
Yes.
Maybe that's why they did it.
probably.
I'm sure that's not why they did it.
Well, we'll never know.
All right. People have 2 minutes to give us any more titles, don't they?
Oh, just a minute. Just barely over a minute. So get those titles in, all you throngs. By the way, we'd like to welcome our audience members hailing from Australia, Southeast Asia, Northern Europe,
Aw.
Brooklyn.
Southern Africa, up this just in, the Maldives. Welcome.
Oh. Oh, Bolivia. I see someone from Bolivia.
Yes.
Right.
Buenos noches.
Suriname. Welcome, Suriname.
Does anybody remember Romper Room?
Yes.
Yeah.
When she would look through her mirror at the end
Yep.
and say, I see Jimmy,
Yep.
Catherine. And you would
That
wait
show
for her to
was
say your
all-
name.
We are 30 seconds away. This is a warning to Mr. Merritt.
Is the balloon drop ready?
This is so exciting, most exciting part of the night. 15-second countdown. Mark is at the keys. We're going to start the show in 10.
9,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
And you're a little off. Here we go. Yes. Welcome to the Mop and Bucket Company tonight. Not from the Mopco Improv Theater, because yours truly is just feeling a little bit lazy in all these thunderstorms, but from houses around the capital region. We are delighted to be spending a part of our Saturday evening with you, even if you watch this Tuesday morning. All right, I want to bring on one of the finest improv casts in the known universe. Everybody on, let's do this. Yay!
Hello!
Huzzah, huzzah. We have Kat Coppett, Peter DeLucas, John Kimlico, Maria Ayub, Sam Gorenstein, Mr. Mark S. Merritt, Jennifer Lavenhar, and yours truly, your humble servant, Michael G. G as in Gabriel Burns. We are going to improvise a blockbuster movie for you this evening. Now, Kat, if you would read out title suggestions and let the group decide.
Great. I think we have 3 in the running. The first one is First World Problems. The second is Kindergarten Delinquents. And the third is Disco Balls from Mars.
We could probably also say Romper.
Oh, I think Romper Bumper Stomper Boo was what the romp room lady said. We could put that in if we wanted to.
It could be in the title list.
Can you read the first one again, please?
First World Problems. Kindergarten Delinquents or Disco Balls from Mars.
I vote Kindergarten Delinquents, but
Me too.
I'm up for it.
All right. And that is our movie, Kindergarten Delinquents.
And we are going to the retrospective movie show type format. And by the way, we will have an interview with the filmmakers and cast after the broadcast. So, on to the television. Mark, could I have some pretentious theme music, please? Good evening and welcome to Pretentious Movie Night. Let's do that again. I didn't do that very well. Mark, take the music again, please. Good evening and welcome to Pretentious Movie Night for America. I'm Myron, your host, and tonight we are so very excited to bring you a not so well-known classic that should really be much more famous. 2007's Kindergarten Delinquents. I don't want to keep you waiting any longer. Let's grab our popcorn, have a seat, and let the movie roll.
You see a typical classroom, kindergarten classroom, with an alphabet rug on the floor and clean cubbies, a little bookshelf over on the side, a play area with blocks, and a couple of round tables in the back with chairs upended on top of them. And Miss Frances is on the floor putting the blocks away. All of a sudden, the door swings open and someone comes in, out of breath and disheveled.
The kindergartners, the kid, and the jungle gym.
Principal Jenkins, what's the problem?
They've tied up Philip again.
Oh dear.
To the monkey bars.
Oh no. All right, I'm coming. I really thought the tranquilizers would work this time.
They're so rambunctious. Oh, they're so rambunctious.
All right, I'm coming. Get the syringes.
I'll get the syringes.
Cut the Philip at the monkey bars.
You little brats! What are you doing to me?
Thought you were gonna hog all the lunch money, did you? Thought you weren't gonna share like we always learn in class. We're supposed to share, right?
But
Ain't that right?
I'm your math teacher, Mr. Higgins.
Well,
Math teacher.
you got lunch money just like anybody else, right? In
count
fact,
the money.
You probably
math
got more
teacher.
lunch money. That's right.
Hey,
'cause you know
that's
how
my
to
wallet.
count. Yeah, that's
You don't know
right.
how to count.
Let me show you some math from your wallet.
Show him, Stinky.
This
Oh, that's only a dollar bill. That doesn't really buy anything.
you can't you're just trying to fool me, Jenny. What kind of money is that?
That's like $100 right
That's
there.
$100.
You could buy a whole restaurant with that. You
Yeah.
weren't taking that. We'll just take that with us.
What's
You know
that
what
one?
you know what you guys should do? You should make your own money.
What we'll just take it from people. Why would we make our own money?
No, wait a minute, Stinky. Might have a good idea here. If we made our own money, we could put our own pictures on it, right?
Oh,
Right. And you could do
Anything
colors.
Yeah.
And you could write different kinds of phrases like "I love my mom" or "Christmas is cool," stuff like that.
Or math is dumb, like that.
Yeah, like that. Stinky, you're a pretty good artist. You're always doing good drawings in class.
I know.
You could.
And I've got a bunch of crayons in Miss Francis's classroom.
I think
Let's do it.
This is a good idea. What do you think? Should we cut them down before we go back in? Recess is almost over.
No. We got to be
all
tough.
right.
We're tough. Yeah.
In runs both the teacher and the principal.
I'll save you!
Wait there. Where'd the...
Ollie!
Oh, hey
Phil?
guys. I fell asleep. I've been out here so long and so cold.
Where are my kids?
They went back in. They tied me up, took my money.
Are you okay?
I hope so. I'm gonna need a lot of therapy for this.
Let's get you down from there, Philip. He just takes out a pair of scissors and snips his way through the bindings of the jump rope.
Oh God, thank you. Thank you, Principal.
I'm sorry, Principal Higgins. I can't take it anymore. I've tried everything. I've tried illegal drugs. Look at me, I have a syringe in my hand. I don't know what I've become. I can't do it anymore. I can't go back in there.
I understand. Look at me, though. Look at me. Both of you. Now, these kids, they may be a lot to handle. We may have had to resort to, in some cases, chemical procedures like these syringes, which the ethics of which kind of murky, not gonna lie.
I have no problem with it.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Those are still kids in there. And they need role models. They need people to learn from. Or else they're gonna grow up into some pretty terrifying adults.
Well, I won't do it. I won't do it anymore. We've been drugging them. We've been turning into exactly the monsters we're afraid they're going to become. I won't do it anymore. I can't live with myself. We have to find a way to be the role models that you're talking about. We have to find a way to change ourselves and the world and create a space worthy of them and find the sweetness and light inside those little creatures. I'm sure it's there.
And that's what we'll do.
I'm with you.
We fade out and dissolve to the classroom where the
I made a picture of me on the money. scissors. I'm not supposed to use the scissors.
And then suddenly, they're supervised again.
Jenna,
What?
what was your intention when you were going into my desk and taking my scissors like you weren't supposed to and defiling my grade book?
Nothing. I just have a project. You told us we should have projects.
Well, what I would love to do, I don't want to punish you. I think it's great that you're creative. I would love to support your creative endeavors in a productive way. Don't just stay back with the scissors.
Miss Francis, I gotta tell you, I've got Bobby and Jimmy lined up in the hallway. And if you don't let me make this money with the scissors and the crayons, I'm gonna call them in here.
Okay.
And you know Bobby and Jimmy, they're mean.
I think it would be great for us all to collaborate on this beautiful project. What if we just take some of this construction paper over here instead of my grade book to use for your project?
I guess. Fine. Can you tell me how to spell money?
M-O-N-E-Y?
Miss Francis, you know that's too fast for me.
M
M
O
O
N
N
E
E.
Why? Why me? Why me? Why me? Why me?
We see a montage over the next few weeks of Miss Francis inadvertently helping a counterfeiting scheme get more and more elaborate.
I N in G-O-D, God, W-E, we trust, T-R-U-S-T.
Miss Francis, we're making up our own rules. This is our money. It's in Stinky we trust. And no more calling me Jenna. It's Stinky.
S-T-I-N-K-Y.
Why? Okay, back to cutting. We gotta cut all the money out. Faster, Miss Francis.
Cut to the 7th Precinct Detective Bureau. Well, it's.
Greatly crippling the local economy.
I beg your pardon?
That's the end of my speech explaining what's happened so far.
Well, my problem here is this. Never mind the local economy, the whole thing crashes if people start accepting this.
That's right, it's Gresham's law of currency.
It may be Gresham's law, but it's also federal law. Counterfeiting is a crime, the last time I checked. Now, I'm not the brightest guy.
That counterfeiting isn't a crime. What are you, some kind of kindergartner or something? Your job is to go get them.
Go get who?
The counterfeiters.
I'm supposed to. That's right, because I'm the detective. So what am I waiting for? This is serious.
Chuck, you've got to be careful. One more head injury.
What?
The chicken case seems to have impaired your ability to think.
I think just fine, thank you. I'm thinking fine. I'm thinking about this stuff, the funny money, what's the word? It's like a thing you put stuff on, and then and then it's like your foot, except there's more than one of them. It's like
yeah.
Counterfeit.
That's it.
This is not legal. I'm going to go get them. I'm going to find who's doing this. I'm going to bring the full force of the law down on their heads.
Just be careful. You're only 6 weeks from retirement. And as I said, one more head injury might turn you into a permanent idiot.
What?
Exactly.
We dissolve to the principal's office where they're catching up on how the students are coming along behaviorally.
I don't know, maybe I'm a little overly optimistic, but they seem so focused and they haven't tied anyone up. They're quiet during lunch. Sometimes they don't even go out for recess. There've been so many fewer fights. I can't help but feel a little bit hopeful.
I went out to my car this morning. Guess how many eggs I found? Guess how many eggs? Just 2. Only 2.
Only 2 eggs.
2.
Only 2.
That's so many fewer. That's like 10 fewer than a typical week.
This morning, there was nothing in my coffee but coffee.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm so ashamed that we had gotten to that place. I should have known. I should have known that those syringes weren't the way. All we need to do is believe in them and see the good little innocent children inside and help out, and it will all be fine.
And I'm amazed that all it took was an arts and crafts project they're working on,
Just a little arts and crafts project. They're just good little children like any other good little children. What was I thinking?
I think we should all grow from this and learn from this, quite frankly. We have a lot to move on from and move forward from. And
you know, Mr. Jenkins, I'm thinking maybe we should make some kind of documentary. I know you've been up for the superintendent's role, and well, I've always wanted to be assistant principal. This could be a case study about how we saw the error in our ways, and it's not about punishment. It's about nourishing and saying yes and accepting and building with the little offers that children make. And what do you think? Perhaps we should document it all.
Yes, we should absolutely document it. We should document it for the kids, definitely for the kids, and also
for future teachers.
Future teachers, yes.
Promote it and spread the good word for other problematic situations.
There's a knock at the office door.
I'll get it.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, I'm sorry to interrupt. It's funny that this old school office still makes me a little bit nervous. I almost feel like I'm the one in trouble. But anyway.
Mikey Johnson?
Little Mikey?
Miss Francis.
Oh,
Mr.
Wally, just call me Wally now.
Wally! Hi! You remember me?
Of course I do. You've got the same little one dimple.
Yeah. They used to call me One Dip.
How's your head these days?
Dip. That's what we called you.
Yeah, little dip. Head?
Yeah.
I've had a few problems, but it's better. I'm headed. Actually, it's amazing you're still here because I'm going to take the early retirement soon. But that's not why I'm here.
Why are you here?
Give me a second.
Okay.
It's like a thing. It's about waist high and it's long, and then it's like clothes that are the right size.
Tabletop hamper.
Counterfeit.
Counterfeit.
Mr. Jenkins, are you counterfeiting something?
That's the opposite of stuff that doesn't fit.
Mm-mm.
Mikey, are you saying that there's something wrong in the office here at the school?
What? Now, hold on. Don't say too many ideas at one time. I had this all rehearsed.
Oh.
And now it's getting confusing again. There have been reports. Yeah. There have been reports of the passing of bad money around the neighborhood, and the epicenter, wait a minute, let me check my notes. The epicenter seems to be right here. The school seems to be the geographical center of the counterfeiting. So I'm just investigating.
Oh, well, it's not a large school. There's not really a place we'd be hiding a counterfeiting machinery.
How did you know you needed machinery to counterfeit? Mr. Jenkins.
Yes, Mr. Jenkins, how did you know that?
It's Principal Jenkins, thank you very much.
Congratulations, that's really nice. You were just a social studies teacher before, now you're the principal. That's really very good. Nice.
Yeah, I was a social studies teacher, and part of being a social studies teacher is knowing the history of various things, and one of the things I know the history of is counterfeiting was a big thing back when the history of money was a thing, and still is.
Are you trying to confuse me?
No, I'm sorry, I'm a little caught off guard here. I know that counterfeiting involves machinery, because that's common knowledge about counterfeiting is...
I didn't know that, Principal Jenkins.
I'm just going to, okay, now, I'm just going to suggest that perhaps you don't need a machine. Maybe just an artist could just draw it.
That seems
Cut to the classroom where Janie and Stinky are working on their money. I like the way this is coming out, Stinky. I like the dolphins. They're really nice.
Yeah, and I'm getting really good at cutting paper now.
Yeah.
It was hard at first.
I know it's hard when you're left-handed and they don't have enough supplies for left-handed kids. That's one of the reasons we want to bust out of this joint.
Yeah. I think I'm going to write something about that on some of the money.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Yeah. In left, we trust.
I like it. Yeah.
I'm going to count some money.
Can you do that?
I'm going to try. I don't know.
All right. I've been thinking, Stinky.
Yeah.
When we're lying on that beach counting our millions, we got to make sure that we don't leave any tracks in the sand. You know what I mean?
Like when we're walking?
No, it's like a metaphor for the fact that our teachers, they know too much.
Especially Miss Francis, because Miss Francis was helping us.
That's what I was just about to say. We're like twinsies. Oh my God, it's so funny. Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Well, yeah, guess what? I bought some soda with our money. So I have soda for you and candy.
But I thought we said we weren't going to spend any of it until we got out of town.
I know, but Janie, I just wanted to try because I've never bought anything before.
It's Stinky, you lied to me. I trusted you, and you lied to me.
But
How
I got
am I supposed to trust you again?
But I got you soda.
I don't want the soda. I don't want the soda. I want to know that when I tell you something, you're going to do it the way I tell you.
Janie, you're my best friend.
Look me in the eye. Look at me in the eye.
I won't do it again. I promise.
I'll give you one more chance.
I pinky promise.
All right, Piggy promise.
Okay. I like when we do that.
Me too. It's so funny.
Do you think we have enough money yet?
I actually have no idea how much money we need to get to the beach. Do you?
No.
So better keep making more, I guess. But
Okay.
what I was saying before is that Miss Francis, I think we're gonna have to
Oh yeah.
lock her in a closet or drown her or something like that.
Yeah, well, I stole her keys, so.
All right, children, it's time to, well, typically I guess it would be time for our reading lesson, but since we're so involved in our art project, I've left the afternoon for our art project. Forgive me for having a delayed lunch. I was a little bit withheld, but let's go back to our art project now.
Miss Francis.
Yay!
Yes?
In the future, could you just hurry back because we need a lot of help with the cutting and the drawing.
Oh, sure. Well, as I say, I'm sorry I was late. Well, why are you, what is it? Okay, well, let's sit down at our places. Why are you, okay. You're looking at me strangely, all of you.
She's surrounded, she notices. There's a whole circle of kindergartners around her with safety scissors, snip, snip, snipping.
Well, not on my, okay, what the paper, please.
Miss Francis.
Yes?
Maybe you need to get us something from the closet.
Oh, and then we'll go back to our, what is it you need in the closet?
Just some more crayons.
Okay. Oh, we have lots of crayons in the closet. Are we out of a certain
Green.
color?
Green.
Okay, I'll go in there now.
She walks into the closet that is large enough for a person to actually go inside of. It's a walk-in closet. And she goes inside. And they slam the door behind her. And they lock it.
Nice going, Stinky.
Yeah. Now what?
It is at this very moment that a man with a video recording rig, lights, microphone on a stick, camera, everything else, stumbles his way into the classroom. It is, of course, the detective in his off hours. Oh.
Tease it. It's the documentarians. Act natural.
Okay.
Hey, Miss Francis, I got my old movie equipment. Where's your teacher?
She had to go somewhere.
Your teacher had to go somewhere?
Yeah. Sometimes she goes and she has lunch with the principal for a long time.
She does what?
Nothing. She just had to go.
What's that noise?
That's the hamster. He's just not been feeling very well lately.
The hamster in the closet?
Yeah, we keep him in the closet so that he doesn't bite anybody.
He's not nocturnal.
Yeah, so.
Okay, just for formality, I'm going to let you know you are now being videotaped because I'm helping your teacher with a project.
Okay.
I think it would be cute to show. I'm going to go over to the closet and get your hamster because that would be very cute for the documentary.
Yeah,
that's
a really bad idea. No, it's a bad idea because he bites and he might bite you. It kind of jumps out and.
Here we go. Closet open. Miss Francis.
Oh no, I wasn't fast enough.
What you doing? Hey, why you got that tape on? I'm gonna go home because this is really confusing me.
Now, do you understand why it was wrong to put your kindergarten teacher in a closet?
I think she tripped and fell into the closet. And then Stinky was walking past with the key to unlock her and get her out of the closet, but Stinky tripped and the key fell into the lock and accidentally locked it.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That sounds like an implausible series of happenstances and events to occur in a sequence, one right after the other, in such a way as to do that.
True, but I would say that the evidence against me is entirely circumstantial since there were no actual eyewitnesses.
That's true.
You can't prove anything, Principal.
That's true. I can't prove anything. What I will say is that our documentarian friend is going to be kind enough to continue documentarianing, you know, just to make sure that the progress that you wonderful kids are making at behavioral, not
doing
the
bad
stuff
things.
from before, you know,
Yeah.
You know, to be a role, so you can be role models to other kids like you.
So we can be role models.
Yes.
So you're saying that other kids would see this movie and learn how to be free from their shackles of oppression like us.
If by free from their shackles of oppression you mean well-behaved and polite young individuals, then yes.
Yeah, sure, that's what I meant. Well, thanks, Principal Jenkins. I think that we should have the documentarian in the classroom a lot more often so that other kids can learn from our example.
Well, I'm surprised you're being so cooperative. I don't want to let this teacher thing go. I'm going to circle back to this, the closet, the locking, all that, because it just...
It's a crazy accident. Probably would never happen again because what are the odds? I can't count, but I think they're pretty low or high. I'm not really sure how odds work,
Yes,
but
that's more of a
whatever they
second
are,
grade
it
thing.
probably won't happen again.
All right. All right.
I can go?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry if that wasn't clear. Sometimes I just kind of blink.
Yeah, you just kind of went somewhere in your head there for a minute.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you were having a blackout or something.
No. I was thinking about what you said, and I just...
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. I better get back to class because I think it's time for paste.
Right. Go back to class. Yeah. Are you all right, Miss Francis?
I am not all right.
What really happened? Because I got nothing I can actually use to, by our bylaws and rules of evidence in this school's punishment system.
What really happened?
Yeah, I got nothing I can use.
What really happened was I was kidnapped. I was attacked. I was throttled. I was stuffed in a closet with a block in my mouth and my hands tied behind my back with a jump rope. And if it weren't for that documentarian, I would still be in that closet now. Why? Why did they turn on me?
I don't know.
I don't understand. Things were going so well. The art project. I was happily have gotten them more crayons. What is going on?
What are they even working on? What is this art project?
I don't know. They're drawing things and cutting. These are skills. These are life skills.
They are.
I am checking the competency box. They're doing very well on the rubric.
You don't think there's any connection between... No, that's too much of a jump. Well, no.
I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm sure that it's not true, whatever it is.
Police detectives coming by our school, and then suddenly kids are back to their old ways, and the dots are so close, but I can't connect them.
There's a knock at the door.
Come in.
Oh, hi. I just wanted to stop by and say that I'm really grateful for the chance to stop detectiving. Well, I haven't stopped because I got 5.5 more weeks, but really I'm not paying as much attention to my detectiving as I used to because of the meaningful task that you folks have allowed me to volunteer to undertake here at the school as your
Tarian.
Tarian. It means a great deal to me. And I wanted to say thank you.
Mikey, we want students of any age to succeed, whether they're the students that we have now or the students that we had then.
And I would just like to say thank you for rescuing me from that closet.
What were you doing in there?
I was getting some crayons.
Right, but you had like duct tape over your mouth. That strikes me as odd choice.
We're playing a game. We're playing a game.
But you said that
Those little rascals.
Oh, okay. That's good. You were always a very creative teacher.
Thank you, Mikey. It's lovely to hear you say that.
So can I do more documentarianing?
Of course.
Could I just say, the fact that policemen get to do 20 years of service and then they get full retirement is a really lovely thing. As a teacher who is now going on 45 years in the classroom, I would like to tell you how much I appreciate that fact.
You've been teaching a long time.
Yes, I have. Cute little kindergartners. So you just enjoy your retirement, sir.
Well, it's the least I can do is enjoy it, because think about all those poor working stiffs out there that have to show up at work every day.
Yes, we do. All right. Well, I'm going to go back to my classroom.
I will follow you.
And I'll be here thinking about a lot of confusing things and seeing where the dots connect.
Could you just give us a moment, please? I'll meet you at the classroom, Mikey. Could you just give us a moment, please?
Oh, me? You want me to give you?
Please.
Sure.
Please.
Yeah.
Just one moment.
Okay, I'm just going to go then.
You didn't tell him the same thing you told me about the thing you said earlier.
It's my job as a kindergarten teacher to protect my kids. And Principal Jenkins, I just wanted you to know that I will protect you too. So if you have anything to do with this counterfeit scheme...
What?
I just want you to know that I have your back.
But
So you can tell me, you can trust me. You know that I will go to the ends of the earth to protect you. You know that I have a dark past with the syringes myself. But I want everything to turn out okay. So if there is anything that I need to do to protect you and help you get out of this, you just let me know, okay?
I have nothing to do with any counterfeiting.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm not accusing you, I'm just saying. Okay?
I have nothing to do with... You need machinery. I don't have machinery for that.
Okay, I believe you. I'm just saying. I just wanted you to know I was on your side. All right?
I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. I'm on your side too.
Excellent. I'm going back to my classroom now. I'll see ya.
We see another montage of the documentarian and the students making the more counterfeit money. And as the documentary airs and spreads, more and more students are making their own money.
You get the shot of the drawing of the dolphin? You see, when you make your own money, you can put anything on it that you want, mister. And the whole point of it is that we're tired of teachers telling us what to think and how to feel. We're tired of everybody telling us who we're supposed to be and what we can become and what we can't become. We just want to be free to be, who we really are and grow into the person that we have a chance of being instead of everything coming from the top down, trying to fill our brains with a bunch of knowledge that has no meaning in our actual everyday life.
You
Mr.
You talk a lot for a kid.
Hey,
I
Mister.
know.
Yes, Stinky.
Everything that she said, but also I don't get an allowance, so I have to buy my own candy. What am I supposed to do? And also the stuff about free will and stuff.
Well, here's the thing. I got a really, really, really smart boss back at the precinct. And among a lot of the smart stuff that he is, he's what they call an art collector. Did you ever hear that?
No.
It's like probably, is that like someone who collects things like art?
Yeah.
Art.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He
See,
collects
see, I
things
figured.
like art. And so, Stinky, when you use some of your art project to buy a candy bar, remember you said you did that when we were talking when I was.
That was a
So look, Stinky,
Yeah.
you got shortchanged.
I did.
Heck yeah.
Wait, what does that mean? Shortchanged.
It means that she got a candy bar when she could have gotten an awful lot more than that.
Oh, Janie, what are we gonna do?
Well, Miss Francis, I hope you don't mind, but I've taken the liberty of asking my boss if he could join us. He should be here any second. I just want him to get a look at what you kids are making here, and I hope you don't. Here he is now!
Quick, tape it on the wall. Miss Francis, is it okay if we use the tape dispenser?
Just use it. She doesn't care.
Okay,
Dr.
okay.
Johnson, may I?
Here you go.
Thanks.
So what do you think of what the kids are doing?
Mikey, these kids are counterfeiters.
What did he say? What did he say?
What did you say?
What did the man say?
Obviously, this teacher has put up these innocent children to do her evil deeds.
No, sir. No, sir. This is an art project, and I was thinking in your capacity as a collector of fine art, look at a beautiful example of how designer art created by five.
You idiot. And you,
Me?
yes, Miss Francis, how could you? How could you take these sweet, innocent children? What's your name?
I'm Stinky.
Dinky, and you,
I'm Janie.
Janie.
You think I made them? No.
Mr. John,
These innocent faces couldn't possibly be guilty of any crime.
This one's got a dolphin on it.
Dolphin.
No. I'm sorry. Chief, you misunderstand. I was just trying to bring out their creativity. I wasn't. I see what you think. You think that this was all my racket. You think that I was running a counterfeit scheme and I was using the children as a cover. That's ridiculous. I would never do anything like that. It would take a horrible, heartless, criminal mind to do something like that, and I would never tell them, children. Tell them that this was just your art project.
She told us to make the drawings, yeah. And she has been helping us. She does a lot of cutting and she tells me how to spell things.
But mister, this was the first time that we were able to work on a project that was our idea, that came from us, and that had some meaning for us in our lives, put everything into context, and I think we all learned many valuable lessons from it.
See?
And besides, I got one here. It's got a donkey and it's for $1 gazillion, and you can't counterfeit $1 gazillion bill. But
Give me that. Give me. Oh.
Wait a minute, mister. I'm confused. If money is worth money. And she gave her art to somebody for money. Then why is money worth money and not art?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was
Explain
she's
that,
confused
please.
that it's confusing because she's the smart one.
Now you know why I haven't been able to successfully prosecute anyone for counterfeiting in the last 53 years.
Now you know why I haven't had a successful kindergarten class in the last decade.
Oh.
Get me out of here.
Oh, Miss Francis, I beg to, it's like difference, but it's, I don't think so. Why, Miss Francis, what I
Who
see,
else?
what?
Who else in the school was involved in this senseless crime? Name names.
I guess Principal Jenkins is responsible for buying all the supplies that we used.
And let me guess, the next person, Philip Wally Higgins.
He told us not to take his money. We should make our own money. Remember, Janie?
That's right. It was actually all his idea in the first place.
Mr. Higgins is a really nice guy. I had him when I went here, and he's really a nice man.
You set us
All
up.
right. Yes.
Set you up?
Where is he anyway?
Wait a minute! There he is! Drinking coffee just as big as day!
How's the counterfeiting business going, folks?
See? Is your camera still rolling, Mr. Documentarian?
It sure can be!
Let me see. That's a mug that says #1 teacher, and it's made out of solid gold.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. We're not the first class you got to counterfeit money for you?
No, about every 5 years I do the whole routine again because you guys grow up and age out.
Mr. Higgins. That's not
Mr. Higgins.
nice.
So, this is why my classes have been so bad. You've been egging them on.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Created a yes.
You're the ones who gave me these syringes to
Hold on a second. This man can't say anything. Let me just slap him until he's not mute.
I've connected the dots, and
Higgins.
seems like you've all kind of figured it out already.
Well, why don't you explain it to us if you're so smart?
Well, it's simple.
Every 5 years.
Every 5 years, the class of kindergartners that we happen to have usually talks to our esteemed math professor, usually terrorizes and taunts him in various ways, and doesn't realize the entire time they're playing into that math teacher's hands as he slowly manipulates them into running a counterfeiting scheme that gets more and more obvious as time goes on, to the point that Miss Francis, who is oftentimes unwittingly and myself sometimes a pawn in this counterfeiting scheme, goes on none the wiser until this time.
That's right. Higgins, you're under arrest. Counterfeiting isn't a crime.
What's the crime?
Telling other people's kids what to do.
Be in trouble all the time.
All right.
And I would just like to say that I've known a lot of nuns, and many of them were wiser.
And I would just like to say, I'm looking at these counterfeit bills right here, right now, And the machines I have at home, quite frankly, make much better quality than this. I don't know even why.
Principal Jenkins.
Principal
What?
Jenkins.
What?
Did
What
you
did I
hear
say?
Jenkins.
What did I say?
Come a minute.
What?
You're coming with me.
Oh!
That's right. You violated Microsoft's user agreement.
Oh. Oh dear. I guess I didn't think you meant those counterfeiting machines.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Never from
minute.
this.
The only evidence is on that camera, right?
Well, I got everything on the camera pretty much except for the paper, and the paper's really the thing.
Well, exactly. Well, what if the paper ended up at the bottom of the hamster cage and the camera ended up at the bottom of the duck pond? Then Principal Jenkins could still be our principal because he's the best.
Yeah.
I'm not the best, kids. You know who's the best?
Who?
Your teacher, Miss Francis.
Miss Francis.
Because
Miss Francis?
That's right. Once I take these two no good nicks and give them the punishment they deserve, I think someone's going to get a fat promotion.
and not just to assistant principal. Miss Francis, I'm clearly not the principal this school needs. You are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You spent how many years as a teacher? How many decades? Well, you know
5
something?
years.
If you're superintendent in this district, you get much better retirement benefits.
Oh, retirement.
Like enough to go to the beach?
Yes.
I think
Yes,
we've all learned something.
Reggie.
Miss
I-
Francis, is it time for graham crackers?
It's always time for graham crackers.
Yay.
It's
Yay.
time to put on a fresh pot of coffee.
Not you. You're going to
We're
jail.
going to
Yeah.
jail, pal.
Bye,
Oh, okay.
Mr. Higgins.
Kind of the hot potato situation landed on you.
I think what I've learned is we all have a rogue kindergartner thug inside of us. And that's okay. Because we're all kindergartner delinquents in our hearts. And we're all worth it anyway. Aren't we, kids?
Principal Francis,
I'm
I don't think I want to be called Stinky anymore. I think in first grade I want to be called Jenna.
Well, Jenna, I will happily call you whatever you want to be called.
Okay.
we
Should
see
I
the
be
mu-
called Stinky from now on? She's not going to be Stinky anymore?
Jenna?
Okay, you're my best friend. You can have my nickname.
Thank you.
All right.
we see the money float out the window, flying in the wind, flying in the wind.
Folks, I dropped my camera.
Oh,
Credits roll.
And in the last shot, a hand reaches up one of the flying bits of paper and snatches it.
Boom. Well, that classic from 2007, Kindergarten Delinquents, is my favorites, and I bet
Oh,
now that you've seen it, it's one of yours. Hey, we are really excited to have the entire cast here with us this evening to do just a little bit of analysis and talk back about the movie.
Yeah.
now I'm going to go get my talkback stool. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Sure.
of course. Yes.
So, hey, I think it just ought to be round robin. Why don't you folks just tell us what's on your mind about this amazing production?
I just really thought those were powerhouse performances, much like the movie Boyhood. It was just the filming process for that was very very lengthy over a long period of time. It was actually like you were great performers, even when you were kindergarten age in that film.
I thought it was representative of the fact that good and evil live within us all.
Yes.
And I think I like the way a lot of the confusion of the story puts the audience in the subjective space of a child's head, where the world can often be very confusing and not make any sense, and sometimes things don't really go together or resolve. And I think that it ends up being a very visceral, subjective experience for the audience. You know, totally intentional.
And as you all know, I haven't worked since Kindergarten Delinquents, and you know, there was just no role that could top that for me.
It was
That was intentional, that you just never took another role. I know.
Oh, sure, yes, absolutely, right. That's
I believe there were some scenes that we had to delete from Kindergarten Delinquents.
Yeah.
Ones that-
Yes. Do you remember the scene where the boss detective was on the little carousel in the playground with the kids, and they had him going faster and faster? That was
Oh, I love that scene.
Oh, let's see
You know
that
what?
scene.
I have that one right here. Let's roll tape.
You can't do this.
I think he's gonna hurl.
Hold on.
Any minute
This is not
now.
how we treat guests at this school. This detective is a guest at our school.
Hey, mister, don't fall off.
Hold on. Oh, look at his face is turning green.
It's like the color of our fake money.
Yeah, that's right. He's turning the color of money.
Actually, you know, the other scene that got cut. The other scene that got cut.
Well,
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, before you go on to the next one, the reason they had to cut that scene was because their focus groups were getting like seasick in the theater.
Yeah.
Plus the whole the playground carousel thing. Those things are really not safe anymore. So,
Well, one of the things that happened that got set up as a plot point, but the resolution got cut out, was the idea that that the character of the detective, you know, who's one head injury away from being completely damaged, that the kindergartners gave him a fierce pistol whipping, as you'll see in this scene, that the people in the focus group said were far too violent.
hey kids, I'm not sure you should be handling real weapons like that. That's really not very safe. So,
Shut up.
Ooh!
Stop filming us.
That is not how we treat a guest in our school.
outta here.
He is a guest in our school. That is not how we treat a guest.
Turn off that camera.
Principal Jenkins, we have an excess of aggression in our systems because we're not able to express ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that's true.
And it's also snack time is late and we need the sugar.
Should have known.
Somebody call an ambulance.
Shut up. Yeah, it was so raw.
That happened right, you know, that was the scene right before the Miss Francis comes back and gets put in the closet. Yeah. So it added a little bit of tension. You know, I really think it's too bad that it was missing, because it did add a little bit of tension and danger when they put her in the closet, because you've seen them be violent. And
they really were. Yeah, and you know, actually, little known fact, the NRA had a lot to do with cutting that scene because they didn't like the imagery of children pistol whipping an elderly damaged detective.
That's right.
I thought it was because the filmmakers didn't give them enough money
well, that too.
Use the free gun. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely a complex piece, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of places where it sort of skirts some dangerous territory, you know, like where it starts to go there, but then sort of pulls back a little bit and can't really decide whether, like, there's, you know.
it's one of the things I love about it. I mean, at times it's this dark existential comedy, and at other times it's more like, a light Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of vehicle, like
Yeah.
Kindergarten Cop, and then
Yeah.
and of course there is the entire thread running underneath the whole thing of this dedicated teacher who's just so fed up and sick of her job, but ends up, in spite of herself, being a wonderful educator.
Well, that's what's truest about it, right? Like in a lot of ways, it's sort of fantasy and not especially realistic, but that I think is an especially true and realistic part of the film.
Well,
I also like the part about the kids being sort of the smart ones and the adults kind of being stupid.
Well, hey, that just happens to be true.
Yeah.
And I think it's a powerful commentary on the state of the art world because, like a good work of art, it's sort of looking where are the boundaries, right? Like how far can you go before you've gone too far and you're not art anymore? You're just in it for the money. So I think there was it was a little obvious sometimes, a little didactic sometimes, but for the most part, I think they walked that line pretty well.
Well, here's what I will say is that it's interesting you talk about the line between what's real and what's not in art sometimes, because there was actually, I don't know if you read some of the stories about this, behind the scenes, the production, the prop money we were using as the counterfeit money was later used in an actual counterfeiting scheme.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know what else I heard? After that, they recovered some of the bills and auctioned them off at Christie's for, I think it was something like $60 million they made off of those little props.
Frames, and they became art. So
outsider art, as was briefly suggested in the script and yet never really followed up on.
Yeah.
Either you kids ever get a cut of that funding? Because that was your work. You made the right on camera.
Oh, he's got a point.
When you were like just
counting
years ago.
He's really got a point there.
Would have been helpful.
I'd call my agent or my lawyer or both if I were you guys.
If I could afford a lawyer.
And hey, while they check into that, I have the bad news of telling you that we are just about out of time here on Pretentious Blockbuster Movies. But we'll be back again soon with another little known but great piece of cinema art. And I think we've all heard what we've learned this week, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
Yep.
So, on behalf of everybody here at Pretentious Cinema and on behalf of all the dolphins out there who are waiting to be put on currents, we just want to say thank you for stopping in and see you again real soon.